Hello everyone, bangers around the world. I am Jano Alfaro from Anal Vomit, Evil Priest, and Tenebrion from Peru. We are here with the Tampa Morgue podcast.
What's up? This is Tony, and you're listening to the Tampa Morgue Season 2, episode number 93. And as always, I'm joined by my co host from his studio deep in Tampa Bay, Florida, the one and only Mr. Ed Webb. What's up, Webb?
Mr. Anderson, what's going on, brother? Within my congested fucking voice.
Yeah, you sound like shit, man. Not much, dude. This is we were talking. This is kind of like a throw together episode in a way. You just never know how it's going to happen. Last night, I think about midnight my time, 12:30, I had to give Ed a call and say, "Hey, man, we have a guest coming on." And then we opened up the show with Morbid Sexual Lust from Anal Vomit, and we will be joined by Hano tonight from Anal Vomit. He's also an evil priest. We'll be talking to him. They're about to go on a 38-date tour through Europe, which I'll actually be seeing them in Lithuania on the 25th of this month. So we'll be getting with him in about 20 minutes. Ed is actually when I'm doing the interview, it's like 4:30 in the morning Ed's time during this interview. So Ed's going to be dipping off for a while, but he'll be here for the the ending and the beginning of the show. But Ed, what's up, man?
4 o'clock in the morning.
A lot of shit going on.
Yeah, that's it's a busy week, so for both of us, this week and next week we gotta get our shit together. So yeah, man,
and this is how it works, right? We always say we never know. I mean, this was really like, I know Hano's leaving actually in a couple hours on a plane. He's flying. They're going to be touring Europe, like I said. So spoke to him a little bit ago, man. He's like, "Hey, could we do this? Could we do this now?" Pretty much. So we're making it happen on the Tampa Morgue. So it's definitely the shortest notice we've ever had of a band coming on. So it should be interesting. But
it's what we do.
Yeah,
we fly by the seat of our pants.
Exactly. And we have a bunch of guests we can announce that are coming up, man. Next week we have Matt Bishop coming on from Lividity, Human Artifacts, Horrific Demise, a band called Desecration, Hideous, which is a band that Ed was in with him. He plays guitar, bass, vocals. This guy. He also was booking the Central Illinois Metal Fest at one time. And Ed, I know it'll be cool because you have history with them. So it's going to be kind of like one of those episodes where we know the guest, which is always, always a nice thing.
Fun. Yeah, it makes it fun.
It's always a bonus. So we have that next week. We also have on, I think I have to look again, but it's either the 23rd or 24th of this month. We have Sabathan coming on from Slaughter Messiah, Heinous. He was obviously with Enthroned, Morbid Death. Back in the day, Dawn of Crucifixation. And this is a guest that I'm really excited about. We had John Berry on last month from Slaughter Messiah. Me and Ed have been talking, we definitely wanted to get Sabathan on, but we just kind of wanted to separate the episodes a little bit, because we just had the Slaughter Messiah episode. But, for him, he goes way back. You look at like 97, you had the Enthroned record, Towards the Skull, Throne of Satan. And then 95, the Prophecies of Pagan Fire from Enthroned. He was involved in those albums. Obviously, the Morbid Death demos from 89 and 90. So I'm really excited about that episode. We knew we kind of had an idea that he was going to come on. We were just trying to kind of, get the right timing. So that'll take place. And we also have next month, we have Eric from Goat Semen coming on, another Peruvian band. He also plays in Evil Dam and then played in Black Angel. We have him coming on. He also does artwork. He's done artwork for B-Style Possession, B-Style Holocaust, Surrender of Divinity. So he'll come on next month. They're actually, Goat Semen's has a gigantic tour coming up. I think it's like 29 dates. But I did talk to Eric, and he'll be on next month. And Ed, I think that's the guest, right, that we can announce now.
As of now, correct.
As of now. So, and we're going to try, which we have been doing kind of successfully lately, we're going to try to keep the intro kind of, shorter. So, Ed, what's going on with you? Anything good, man? Anything, new over in your world besides the sickness?
Nope. It's not even a sickness, dude. I think my polyps are coming back, which is not good. I don't want to go through that surgery again. That was terrible. So
I remember
that's the only thing I got going on. Yeah, dude. 9 years I dealt with that shit, which was crazy because the first time I played Maryland Death Fest, we played Monstrosity, and then the next week I had the surgery. So it was, but I'll tell you, for 2.5, almost 3 years, it was like the best relief ever. So I don't know what happened, but whatever. It is what it is. It's life.
Yeah, you got to heal up, man, because we know there's some monstrosity coming up eventually.
Yeah,
Eventually this year.
yeah, yeah. As soon as I get the green light, man, this is the first place they'll hear it.
Yeah, so we'll definitely keep everybody updated. Like I said, we have a couple things to talk about before before we get our guest on tonight. Ed, I don't know if you have any. I have some releases. I only have a few, man, because we're going to be recording. Like I said, we got Matt Bishop coming on next week, so we're going to toss some of those releases on that side also because we're going to be recording before you know it. I don't know if you have any releases on your side. Shows, I think I only have like 2 shows to announce, and we'll announce more next week, of course. But I don't know if you have anything, Ed. You want me to go first here?
Most of the shows I have are like later August, so we'll announce those the next episode or even later because there's no reason to announce them today. So
Yeah, and I'll just announce too, man, that I
nothing
have.
recent that I seen except for probably what you're about to announce.
Well, obviously, we talked about the Metallica Pantera thing going on over in Tampa, which is this weekend coming up at Raymond James Stadium, which we spoke about that already. I'm going to announce Friday, June 13th, Vile Productions presents Tunnels of Set EP release with Grave Filth, Sacrilus, Othalin, and Horror. That's going to be at the Brass Mug, doors at 8 p.m. That's a $10 show. And again, that is Friday, June 13th at the Brass Mug. Also, Saturday, June 14th, another Viles Productions show. It's an exclusive Florida show, actually. Putrid Pile, Mystery Meat from Houston, Antiseptic from Broward County, Florida, Los Reos Bong Death from Miami, and Law of Casualty out of Tampa. That's also at the Brass Mug, 7 p.m., $20 at the door, 1450 Skipper Road. And like I said, we'll announce more of the shows next week. That's all I had for this week.
Yep, those are the 2 I saw. So,
which is actually not even this week, but
correct.
So I got that going on. I didn't even check any news. Like I said, we've been so busy. But let me see here. I got some releases, and one is actually a Florida band, which we've had on the show. We've had Alvar on, and they put out an album on May 10th, actually. So I didn't hit it last week. I actually checked out the record this week. It's a killer record. They put out Devoid of Remorse. Anybody who doesn't know, Ejecutator out of Miami is a death thrash metal band. Ejecutator formed in 2023, put out their debut release, Stalking the Kill, in 2010. The band was formed by Alvar, who plays guitar and vocals. He also played in Reapermancer, which me and Ed have played with several times, Nuclear Infantry, Caveman, Colt, Cunt Knuckles. He was also, like I said, he was also a guest on episode number 26. I always really dug Reapermancer. I remember they did the 2016 record, The Reaper Awaits Damnation, which is killer. Great band. But this is Ejecutator from Miami. Also, if you have whoever doesn't know, they also have Free Ride Studios in Miami that they run. But this one has 9 tracks and comes out May 10th. Let me see what else I have here. Gall's Weird, which is Braiding the Stories is the name of the record on Seasons of Mist. Band formed in 2015. First release was a live album in 2017. Gall obviously was the frontman in Gorgoroth. Still, Twilight of the Idols was a great record from 2003. Also has members of Godseed, From the Wasteland, and Reptilian. Has 9 tracks. Comes out June 6th. Mystic Circle, another band we had on here. We had Beelzebub on here on episode 54. Black death metal band. Name of this one is Kriegsgötter, on Roar Rock of Angels Records out of Greece. Band formed in 1992. First demo was Dark Passion in 94. This will be the band's 10th full length. Has some covers on there, man. I noticed it has a Bathory cover, Iron Maiden cover, Possessed cover, Acheron cover, Celtic Frost cover, also a cover of Cry Little Sister from the Lost Boys movie from '87. Which that comes out June 6th. And let me see what else I have here. Only a couple more, man. Dissonant Sea Page from New York, a brutal death metal band. Dystopian Putrescence is the name of the record. Comatose Music out of North Carolina. Band formed in 2014, put out a single in 2015 and 20. First full length came out in 2023, titled The Darkness Will Swallow You Whole. This one has 8 tracks and is out on June 6th. Refusal out of Finland, a death metal band. Venomous Human Concept is the name of the record. Time to Kill Records out of Italy is where it's coming out on. Formed in 2008, put out the first demo titled Obey the Meat Grinder in 2008. Also, the band put out 7 demos, 2 compilations. This will be the band's third full length. Venomous Human Concept is out June 6th, again on Time to Kill Records. Toxic Volcano out of Australia, death metal band. Chaos dwells within the magma chamber. Resilient Records out of Australia. The band put out its first release as it was an EP in 2022. Put out 3 EPs, 1 demo, and 1 compilation, and this will be the band's first full length. It has 5 tracks and is out on June 6th, 2025. And let me see if Ed, I think that's so I have those 6 releases. I think I'm going to save everything else for next week because, some of the dates are bleeding over into like the 13s and stuff like that.
Works for me. I didn't see anything on Spotify unless you like baby metal.
I don't even know it. Never heard it, I don't think. I know I do know it though. I've heard of it, but I've never heard it.
Yeah, it's 3 Chinese girls and the guys play like death metal and they sing kind of real high pitched. They toured with Death Clock.
Yeah, I saw Death Clock. What, at Janus Landing was that? Like many, many years ago.
Yeah, I saw him at the Hard Rock in Orlando because Mastodon opened and it was fucking awesome. Mastodon was awesome. Death Clock was okay. I mean,
yeah, they had I remember it was packed though. I mean,
they run the whole cartoon behind them, so it's pretty cool. It's just amazing to me that when you see the dude, he's supposed to be like a corpse grinder kind of. Like a slow corpse grinder. I don't want to use the bad word, but the way he talks like he's stupid. But when you see I think his name's Brandon, he comes out and he's just a short-haired dude that looks like he works in a computer in an office, and he's just fucking ripping and crushing the vocals and playing the guitar. I'm just like, holy shit. Because, you see the guys on the screen and you're thinking they're going to look like that when they come out, or like some heavy metal dudes, and not even close. I mean, the bass player is the dude from the Aristocrats. He's like a shredder bass player, and I'm just like watching these dudes. I'm like, this is the most, which one is not like the other kind of thing. I mean, they just don't, Gene Hoglan plays the drums. So it's like fucking, yeah. No, they put on a great show. It's just, if you like, that cartoon, because I remember Bryce always liked do you like coffee? Real coffee. And then they fucking break, and then of course in the cartoon the thing drops from the stage, drops from the crowd and kills like 100 people, just fucking splats them. So it's like, it's one of those, it's not a happy cartoon by any stretch.
And actually, when you did the voice thing, it made me remember that I have to thank, of course, Revik from the Morbid Red channel for giving us a shout out, man. I saw he was featuring Morbid from Italy, and yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool to see, like I said, a lot of respect for that guy. Anybody who hasn't checked out his channel, his band, Morbid Red, you can also check out the interview we did with Revik, which was probably like 2 months ago now. Time is just fucking flying, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's flying. And Ed, like I said, we're kind of going through, we're going to get Hano set up because he's about to go on tour. So we're going to keep this intro short. I did have some musicians who passed away sent to me, so we always try to kind of give them a little respect. Gustavo Leon, he's a drummer from Peru, 51 years old, played with Black Angel, Hands of Doom, Necropsia, In Memorial. And he passed away at 51. Who else? Matt Hernandez was a bass player for Eviscerate, Mortality, Unnecessary Surgery, Encrypted. He passed away at 43. And I just saw that Colin Jerwood from the band Conflict, the London band, passed away at 63. And, that's, anybody, and the guy, we always, like I said, we have someone who sends us the musicians who passed away, and we always appreciate that. So always want to give them a mention on here. And Ed, I don't really have much else. I do want to say again, as always, which we're working on this idea for the commercial, the advertisement. But anybody who doesn't know, you can go back and listen to 92 previous episodes. 92.
Creeping.
Everyone from
We're creeping towards that 100.
Getting close to 100, yeah.
Crazy.
We had Dawn of the Dead from Nunslaughter on, Vincent Crowley from Asher on. We had David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown in Terrifier. We had the guys from Morbid Sane on. We had Ed Webb on, which Ed Webb's always on, but we did an episode that was, talks about Ed Webb's history. We had Ronnie Palmer from Malevolent Creation and Blood Messiah, Examon. We had Jesse Jolly from Malevolent Creation. We had what else do we have? We
Dave
had
Austin
shitloads
from
of
Nasty
episodes.
Savage.
Yes, we had Jeff Mantis from Venom. We had Lee Payne, Clove and Hoof. We had Snowy Shaw, King Diamond, Notre Dame. King Fowley from Deceased, which again is an amazing episode. Great guy. We always meet Ed off the record. Yeah, Mantis. We had man, the list just goes on. To tell you the truth, there's a lot of them. There's a shitload of episodes you can go back and listen to. We had Glenn Destructor, another great band from Australia. We just had we just mentioned Necro Morbid. We had from Italy on. We have man, like I said, it just
go to Spotify or Apple or YouTube, and they're all in order, and you can watch from like number 5 on. Because the first 4 are
the first 4 were test runs. We were kind of figuring out the show.
We were virgins.
So we appreciate everybody who listens. Like I said, there's a whole backlog of interviews we've done. You can always contact us at thetampamorgue@gmail.com too. We're on Spotify, all those platforms. And we'll repeat this at the end of the show because me and Ed will be back at the end of the show to say goodbye to everybody. And again, man, like I said, we really appreciate everybody who listens. And Ed's actually going to get some time off next week, which you guys won't notice because we'll have an episode because we'll have Matt Bishop on again from Lividity, Ex-Lividity and Human Artifacts and Horrific Demise and stuff. But Ed, you're getting some vacation time in, man.
Yes, I am. My daughter flipped the bill. She wanted to take us for my birthday because I'm going to be 22, and it's going to. I wish.
Speaking of 100,
yeah, you're getting there too, bitch.
I'm creeping, man. But that's good though. We're trying to figure out. We almost actually. This week, we didn't know if we were going to have an episode. We kind of were talking like, okay, let's not just put out an episode to put out an episode. And then obviously a couple hours ago, about 10 hours ago, we set up an interview with Hano from Anal Vomit, which you're about to hear. So,
yeah, well, I knew if we did what the last year when I went on vacation and we scheduled a guest and I had to set up in the room we had.
That's right.
We were in a townhome and then the guy, he shucked us. He didn't show up. So that was, I was thinking my wife.
Yes, I forgot.
My wife even said, she said, if you schedule anything next week, I'll clip you. Like you'll be clipped. So this is why we will be ready.
Well, Ed will be on vacation, but the morgue won't be. We will have an episode next week.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to I think Hano's getting ready to get on and we'll get him on, again, Hano from Anal Vomit, Evil Priest. We're going to actually play some Evil Priest now. We're going to play Revealing My Obscurity from a split they did on Invictus Productions from 2020. And we're going to get Hano on here. So everybody else, this is Evil Priest with Revealing My Obscurity from the 2020 split on Invictus Productions. We'll be back on the Tampa Morgue with Hano from Anal Vomit and Evil Priest. How you doing,
Great.
man?
Everything is great now. It's in the morning here, like 10 a.m. in Hungary. We are on a tour now with an album around over the Europe for the third time. Uh, this year, this summertime, we have 38 concerts here. We are coming back to see some of our old and to meet the new friends also. And well, now I just came to Hungary for a week, to visit the family also because my wife is living here, and everything's going good. We are really excited. I actually now in a few hours I will come back to Madrid to meet the guys, to meet the Enelbomi guys, to continue the tour because we are gonna play tomorrow, Friday 6, to Madrid, and after that we are going to continue to the next cities and countries until the end of July, closely to the end of July.
And you guys just played what? You guys played last week, right? With Sarcophago.
Yeah, it was kind of a last moment date with with the sarcophagus guys, with well, actually with Incubus, with Gerard. Really, really, really gentleman for real. From Brazil, he we know him a long time ago, and we meet personally each other. This time, the city we play in Spain. We started in Barcelona. After that, we play in Valencia with the Poltergeist band. It's a one-man band project from a guy who's living in the United States. He's Mexican. Really nice, really interesting, and it was really, really, really nice evenings with them. Well, actually, I don't remember so much because I was a bit drunk, as always, but everything good. So we took this time this week only for take a rest, to make everything in order because all the stuff we bring, like the merchandising and to setting up all the instruments. Also, sometimes everything is really quick, sometimes not. So we are taking our time, and yeah.
And those who don't know, listening to the show right now, is that me and Hano kind of decided to do this like about 10 hours ago. This interview. So we had been talking a little bit the last 2 weeks. They're about to go out on 38 dates, and this is actually what? This is a 20-year anniversary tour, right? Basically.
Yes, yes. This is we are celebrating the 20 anniversary of the first album from me and the Vomit, recorded at 2005. I didn't record the album, but we are very, very, very close friends with the original members. This time we are with Roy Neusser. He's one of the founders also of that. Well, actually, the history of Final Vomit is a bit complex because there were a lot of founders actually, but they only were at the band, I don't know, a couple of years or less. They were the first step, but after that, Asana Vomit was knowing in the underground scene as a black trash death from South America. All the style they have. Actually, it was by the Unholy Trinity, as knowing us with Roy Neusser on the guitars, Milo Possessor on the bass and vocals, and Tony Destructor on drums. We are friends. We are actually we are really friends. Milo is living here in Europe. Also, he's living in Germany or Netherlands. I don't remember exactly because uh, uh, as he's living, apart.
Yeah.
It's many years ago. He's not in Peru. Antonio Instructor, we met each other every single concert, underground concert there in Lima. We drunk as fuck. We talk a lot. He's a really, really, really nice old man. And after that, well, they record, as I told you, that album. This is the epicenter of the glory of Ina Vomit, and actually, I'm really, really so glad and so grateful to be part of this. To have the opportunity, to be the frontman for this album. Also, it's a challenge, but really should I use the word beautiful challenge?
Yeah, why
I
not?
don't know, but it's really interesting. I'm really glad. It's a lot of effort. So and also it's tiring, because I am the younger one. I am 31 years old. The other guys are 38 and 50 years old. That right now turned this year, and my friends, my generation, they're in Lima, for example, they question to me like, "Oh, how many concerts are you gonna play?" And I say, "Oh, 38." And they say, "What fucking hell, 38 concerts?" But I just realized, yes, it will be fucking tired. But for example, a couple years ago when we came for the second time in Europe, we played 32 concerts. Yes, was tired, but we came in winter time. And as a South American, as a Peruvian in a
It's
tropical
cold
country,
as
for me
shit, man.
was, pwah, I was fucking sick. Really, I remember that we play in a huge venue in Germany, and I was with, I don't know, 41 degrees of fever maybe, and I needed to play anyway. So it is what it is. But I didn't move. I didn't shake my head or feeling the power of the music as always, because I cannot. It was difficult, but fortunately not any problem with my throat. But yeah, it was really really fucking cold.
Oh, dude,
Because
I've
Peru.
come from Tampa, man. Well, I'm originally from a colder place, but I lived in Tampa forever. Then I'm over in Eastern Europe now, man, and it is cold as hell in the winter. You just,
Yeah,
you're not used of it.
totally.
And you're talking. The album you're talking about was what Demonic Flagellations, which you said the band
Mhm.
formed in '92 originally. And on this tour,
Original,
you
yeah.
guys are doing France, Sweden, Finland, Lithuania, which I'll be at that gig over at Conus, which we'll talk
Great.
about. Poland,
Hmm.
Czech, UK, Italy, Germany, Estonia, Switzerland. The
Hmm.
list goes on. Um, and I actually, I wanted to start out with basically where you started out at. We always kind of do this on the show. And like I said, this is kind of like a me and you decided to do this last minute a couple hours ago, but I want to talk about your background, man. Because I know you're born in Lima, Peru, right? You're born in
Yes.
'94. You're 31, like you
Hmm.
said. Um,
Yeah.
could you first like give us not even musically, but like what is your memories of growing up in Peru as a young kid?
About myself.
Yeah, personally, like not even music wise, but what kind of things do you remember about growing up there for those who have never been?
Growing as a like when I started to listen metal music.
Yeah, like what is the first okay, yeah, we'll start there actually. What is the first music you remember hearing as a kid? Not even metal wise, but like first band or first song that really caught your attention as a child?
Well, actually, it's a beautiful way. How to say? I'm really glad how everything just turned to my life, because as you know, as a Peruvian, actually, as a South American, I could say there is not so big. Culture of music like to listen. I mean, of course there is culture music like a folklore music is really wonderful, it's really beautiful also, the lyrics and all the stuff from the highlands and for the seaside, for the mountains, for the Amazonia, we have a lot of culture music about it. But about hard rock music, heavy metal music, extreme music also, there is not too much, in families, for example. I am the black sheep in my in my family. I have brothers and sisters. I was very very close to my family. I mean, my cousins, my aunties, my uncles, but no one listened hard rock music or something. I think maybe there is some Spanish rock, around South America, like in Argentina, like in Chile, Peru, Colombia, but nothing more. Um, my mom, in this case, she likes a lot of music. Also, she introduced me on some Spanish rock from Mexico, from Argentina. But as a kid, I was, if I could remember, if I still remember, fortunately, after a lot of doses of alcohol here in the Eastern Europe, um, I was 3 years old, maybe something like that. After that, I was growing, of course, with her and with my major sister. And on that time she was a teenager, you know. She was not, she wasn't rebel actually, but she started to date with my brother-in-law on that time, and he was the only one who were going to United States. And when he came back to Peru to see her, you know, to see us at home, he brings original albums disc of Green Day, System of a Down, Blink 182, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and you know I was 6 years old, I guess, and that blew my mind. I mean, not exactly blow my mind. It like it, for me was new, was interesting, was really interesting, you know. And on that time we doesn't have a computer, you know. We used to go to internet place, you know, to borrow some internet, you know, as my sister or I to video games or something. So and it was before YouTube actually. So uh, we used to watch the videos on Winup, you know. You
Oh yeah.
remember that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's really special. So after that I just met my the brother of my brother-in-law, and he was a drummer in a punkish band here in Peru. I visited him at home, and it was like a the room I would like to have, you know, with a lot of flyers, posters of concerts, music, and the, you know, around the world, and a huge drummer, and a huge drum, you know, and the music, and my friends and everything, you know. So I started to listen some punk rock music from Peru, and in Spanish, of course. And they were swearing a lot, you know, saying really, really huge bad words. And I was the only one in my primary school when I was 6, 7 years old who bring this music to the classroom. And of course, I get a lot of problems, I remember. So anyway, I enjoyed it. I'm still enjoying it until today, also. Because the feeling of how everything happened. So after that, when I was in secondary school, uh, I think maybe before that actually, my first contact with extreme music, but not exactly, yeah, extreme music. You know, was a Slipknot, the first album. I look a video when they were live, and I was like, "What? You know, if you have 6 years old, you were growing around only tropical music, salsa, cumbia, I don't know why no folklorical music. For you, is like, whoa, what the fuck is this? You know, crazy." But I like it, but it was like I didn't become a fan. So but I'm still like, it's a good band, of course. They're huge, but it's different, you know, it's different object, public, you know, audience. So it is what it is. So when I was 11 years old, I was in my school. I was a new guy in the school, and I remember that I was in the playground, you know, just only taking my lunch. And another guy, you know, 1 year older than me, he came and questioned to me like, "Hey, how are you, man? You are the new guy, right?" And I say, "Yeah, my name is Alejandro. How are you?" "Oh, my name is Samuel." "Hey, man, how are you?" Nothing more. And he instantly just only question, "Do you like Rhapsody?" Rhapsody of Fire from Italy, the power metal band. And I say like, "What the fuck is that?" You know. And he say, "Oh, you will like it, man. You will love it." And then after classes, we've been at his place, and Rhapsody is still being one of my favorite power metal bands. You know, it's fucking amazing. It blows my mind as 11 years old. Like, what the fuck is this? You know, because the guitars, you know, like and this speed metal also, because for me, Rhapsody is the most organic power metal band in
Yeah.
the world for sure, the best. And the most beautiful thing about it was like, after that meeting, we listened couple albums physically on CD. He questioned to me like, "Do you really like it?" And I say, "Yeah." "So I give this to you." So he gave it the albums, and it changed my life, you know.
Was
So
that the
after
first
that, when
record
I
you ever had? Was that one?
it was closely to heavy metal, yes, because before, as I told you, I got some punkish rock bands, you know, from
Hmm.
Peru, and Pearl Jam, Nirvana, you know, all the grunge stuff. And after that I just was interested in it. After that I met more power metal music, like Camelot, Dragon Force, but yes, it is still being really really amazing. So when I became 13 years old, the first underground band I listened, I remember that it blows my mind that it is what it is. It became that myself was the Countdown Extinction from Megadeth. And poof, huge album, one of my favorite bands until today for sure. After that I just met all the underground, like Slayer, Exiomer, Exodus, Metallica,
What was your first
uh,
concert you ever went to?
Slayer.
It's
I was
nice.
yes, I was 16 years old, I remember. The underground metal scene here in Peru, well, sorry, they're in Peru because we're in Hungary now. um, it's really amazing actually, because every weekend there is some concerts, but I'm not living in the city center. I'm living in a town. I must go by metro. It could be like a 1 hour, but I was too young, on that time. So I was meeting with some friends of my older brother. They are tattoo artists. A really big salute also from here to Arte Sagrado Tattoo from Peru, to my friend Kike Patiño. So they were tattooing a journalist from television, and he gift to us free tickets to the concert for the of Slayer for the first time in their Imperium in 2011. And accidentally, I just arrived to the studio, and they questioned to me like, "Do you like Slayer?" And I say, "I was 15 or 16. I don't remember exactly, but I say." I don't like Slayer. I love Slayer. It's like what are you questioning? No, so they questioned to me like, would you like to go? And they say, oof, man, I would like, but as you know, I don't have job, I don't have money. I just already bought a new guitar, and they say, no, man, we are inviting you. You will go tomorrow in the morning with us, to the stadium and blah blah blah. I was shaking, I was close to cry also because fucking hell, I was in the first line of the concert. I remember I could just only do something like this, like stand my hand, and I could touch the balls of Kerry King. That's it. I was so fucking close to the band. It was amazing. My ears and my head were feeling killed for a couple days. I cannot sleep because the sound that I got, because but it's worth it as fuck. It was my first concert, and I just started to continue to playing guitar. Um,
I was going to ask you that.
eh,
What is you? Well, first of all, what are some of the venues that you guys have locally there that you're hitting as a teenager, concert wise? What are like some of the concert halls?
in Peru,
Yeah,
uh, well, we have
when you're a
well, actually,
teenager, those years I'm talking about, like when you're just growing
mhm,
up.
yeah. Um, Well, we have a really well. In this case, we just met the people actually around. There is a famous legendary bar in Lima. It's called the Crypto Bar Metal. Uh, at first, they were just only a pub, a very 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 rustic pub. A lot of metal, a lot of experience there. After that, they moved to another place to make concerts. Also, to have a stage inside the bar. For me, it was my favorite actually because all the people came there, and and play music. I remember I saw there to Pentagram from Chile, my friends from Reino Mitaño from Peru, also huge bands. And from a stage after that, well, we have in the city center there was the nuclear bar, fucking suffocating bar really. I remember, poof, crazy. And mostly in Peru, the metal scene is concentrated. The underground metal scene is more concentrated. The meetings about the concerts and yeah, mostly the concerts are in the city center, because in the city center there is a lot of people who could came from the south, from the north, from the east, because Lima is a huge city. We are 13 million people. You can believe it's kind of little India. and I'm still going there. We are still going there even now. There is a lot of people who I don't see anymore. There is a lot of people who I still seeing. And I really enjoy. I really enjoy because, for example, in the metal scene, sometimes there is only people who could speak and talk bullshit about concerts, bands, and everything, but they never go. It's like
Yeah.
they never assist, they never support their local scene, and I don't understand why they do that. Because actually, in Peru, we have huge bands, huge old school metal bands, and now the new generation, also the metal scene nowadays are growing so fast. We have death metal bands, doom bands, heavy metal bands. It's crazy, it's amazing. And we are not a huge band, metal scene. I mean, it's not like we are not like I don't know, like Sweden or something like this. We are humble metal scene, so it could be better, to only share our knowledge about metal, about music, about the experiences, to grow our society as metalheads, also as musicians, as a persons, as a people. But yeah, it is. But in my case, for example, I really, really enjoy to go to all the underground gigs if it's possible to me. If I'm not working, maybe I go to every day, everywhere. Since I became a member from Anal Vomit, and my transcendence as musician was growing so fast, actually, because I remember that I argued with some old guys, from the metal scene, who thinks they are the owners of the genre of the music. It's like, fuck off,
Yeah.
man, what the fuck. So, motherfuckers. So it's like they took, like, I became a famous rock star because I traveled around Europe, around South America and everything, and I could be, I don't know, maybe a kind of an asshole, like with a huge ego or something. I'm still being the same, man.
Uh,
And I really enjoy to share all the experience with my people, with my friends, with the metal scene. I'm acting the same. I could drink the cheapest. I enjoy to drink the cheapest alcohol we have in Peru. I enjoy to go with sunglasses, at the night, because I realize that I will stay there until the morning. Smoking weed, drinking beer,
yeah.
drinking alcohol with my friends. And I never told bullshit. I never say nothing against. I have my own opinions about, for example, what I like in music, what I would like to have in music. But I never give my opinion if no one ask for it. Because nowadays, since the globalization of the social media, oof, there is
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of opinologists. How can I say it? Like people who likes
Yeah.
to, yeah, opportunities,
Opportunists.
like
Yeah.
it's really easy, but I never do that
Yeah.
because it's
Especially
like
now with
oof,
YouTube and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that, and everyone's got
yes,
this and that. Yeah. No.
yeah, yeah.
And when did you first? So you started picking up, like, what age did you pick up a guitar? And was guitar? I know you play bass also.
Yeah.
You're a multi instrument guy. When did you first pick up the guitar? What age? And how did you get? Basically, how did you first get one in your hands?
Yeah. Well, coming back to that moment when I listened the Countdown to Extinction of Megadeth, I just started to see some videos of Megadeth live, and it was like a fucking hell. I want to. I don't want to be like Megadeth. That's it. I don't want to be like Dave Mustaine, of course, because I don't want to be an asshole. Because, but well, with all the respect, of course, to say he's
Yeah.
a respectfully asshole. It is what it is.
What's your
And
favorite Megadeth record? Because I mean, I go back. I'm a little bit older than you, man. So I go back to like Peace Cells and stuff, of course, and Killing. Do you have a favorite
of
Megadeth, or does it start
oh
out with Countdown?
uh, I started with the Countdown, but when I listened the first album, the Killing is My Business, the Peace Cells, the So Far So Good So What, the Rust in Peace, even the Euthanasia also is a fucking amazing album. Even on the End Game also was a good one, good try. I always prefer Megadeth instead of Metallica, but
I same.
he made the thrash metal. That's it. For me, Metallica. For me, my favorite record is the Ride Lightning because it's because it's not thrash metal, it's completely heavy metal. How they just eat a lot of new waves of British heavy metal, and they say, okay, we are Americans, so we are gonna make it better, and they record that album, and pff, you know, crazy, because I wasn't at the time in the, in the ages, in the 80s, but I could understand that as a really really hard thrash metalhead on that time, and you just listen to that. You put the third song, and there is a fade to black, and then it start with acoustic guitar. You will say, what is going on?
Yeah.
Crazy. That's it. It's beautiful. So when I was watching some videos of Megadeth, live, I just realized that I would like to make the same, to show to the people, to share this emotional passion, visually and musically. And I started, after that I make the decision to take a guitar. My major brother gifted me a acoustic guitar. I was 14, 15 years old. I never had a teacher. I all what I did, all what I make, for example, with Deeper Priest, now with Enel Vomit, or with my other thrash metal band Tenebrion, everything is I learned it by ear and by YouTube. That's it. So
That's
I'm very yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was 14 years old, and when I was playing just only acoustic guitar, and for the first time you can change it for electric guitar. Everything is huge, because the frets are different, the dynamics are different also. And but I fell in love with my instrument instantly, for sure, and with that sound, like a and all the high gain, fucking amazing. So I started to meet some people who would like to make a metal band, a thrash metal band. um, that's how I met my actual bass player from Evil Priest. His name is Miguel. He's still being my best friend until today, and we start to making it. So after that, we just being in a process also, because when you are 16 years old, you must to be really 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 blessed to get the same people who would like to live your passion, because
yeah.
it's difficult, and also to find a drummer in Peru, because we don't have drummers.
It's like that
you know
everywhere, man. And
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
was Evil Priest your first? Was that your first band? We actually played before you came on. We played "Revealing My Obscurity" from Evil Priest. Um,
Great.
is that actually your first band that you were in?
No, 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 no. When I started to play, we started like a project of it was called it Nitro Dead. No sense name, actually. I just wanted to mix the most funny names, and actually no more. And after that, I just into a band, an underground band from here called it Bloodlust. It was a black thrash metal band.
Mhm.
They were established, actually. They record a really really nice demo.
And you played a
I
solo on one
in
of their records too, didn't you?
Sorry?
You
No, no,
played a
no, no,
solo on
no.
a Bloodlust record, didn't you?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I actually I record all the guitars, but it was like a kind of an argument there, because they were older than me, and they were really close mind, like oh no, like they weren't the people who say, for example, if you don't know a band, I could question to you, hey Tony, did you listen this band? And you say, no, not yet. And there will be just only two answers. I could say to you, "Oh, you don't know nothing about music, blah blah blah," or I could say to you, "I recommend you." So they were the first,
The
of course. They
opposite,
were
yeah.
like, "Oh, you are the younger, you don't know nothing, blah blah blah." So, but it was they still being my friends. Also, they changed their mind after that, because it is what it is. But I started to play on the stage in the underground scene with them. I remember I was 18 years old, but Evil Priest was on that time like a project, was like a
Bruin.
project. Uh-huh.
So Bloodlust
And
was the first band you actually played with live ever on a stage?
yeah, 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 yeah. We recorded the EP, as I told you, but I we have an argument about it, because I don't really like it even enjoy the process of the production, because the record for me sounds really weak, really generic. I really enjoy to have that sound designed for the music, to take your time to take your time to make the design of the music, but they don't. They only say to me like, you don't know nothing, you are a junkie, you are a young man, and blah blah blah. And I say to them, okay, I don't know nothing, you're right, but who knows everything,
Yeah,
you
of
know
course.
so after that, I just say to them like, okay man, if you are gonna if you're gonna produce, if you're gonna release the EP, please just only put that I was a guest, because I don't want to be part of a shit music, really, because it's not my vision, actually, and I could say that it was shitty music, actually, because they have potential, but they didn't take it, they don't want it. So after that, fortunately, the drummer of that band, the drummer of Evil Priest, the first drummer of Evil Priest, Aldo Rivas Plata, he decided to help me on the record, because I produced the drums, but he played the drums,
And this is
and
the
he recorded the
2015,
drums.
right? You guys put
So
together Evil Priest. Pretty much. That's
2015. Yeah,
2015, and
yeah,
the first lineup is you, Miguel, and Aldo. Miguel's
and
the
Aldo,
yeah, Miguel's playing bass.
the
Okay.
bass player. Yeah. So when Evil Priest just came out, for me it was really amazing, because I'm still doing music just only for fun, because I love to make the music. I really enjoy it. And as you know, uh, extreme music is not for everyone. No, everyone could prefer something. Others could prefer some another. So it's independent taste, but. After Nitro Death, as I told you, after Bloodlust, I just started to listen. No, sorry, while I stay in Bloodlust, I just started to listen more death metal stuff, more than the thrash metal. Because in my teenaging, I was growing with thrash metal. But I decided to scale. So I started with Morbid Angel, DSI, Death, Monstrosity, all the Swedish stuff, Unleash it blows my mind. Also, Morten from Peru, Pentagram from Chile, no, crazy. So I say like you know, it's like I kind of have the passion for take my guitar and do, I don't know, kind of a symphonic black metal or something like this, because I didn't learn about it, but I just have the passion for make that metal also, thrash metal also. I'm just learning now also, because to make some heavy metal, I have some projects for the future. I'm very interesting. I really love the heavy metal music. From the Eastern Bloc also is for me the best. And so when I started to listen death metal more, because actually I learned it a lot by my drummer, but by Aldo Rivas Plata. He was a fucking huge death metal maniac, and we decided to become it like a death metal, and we record the album, we record everything.
That's the
Unfortunately,
2015 album, the demo you're talking. So you guys did a debut
yeah,
demo,
yeah,
the
yeah,
self-titled, in 2015, and that was done at
yes,
Pulsar
yes,
Studios.
yes.
And
Sorry,
that was done at Pulsar
it was,
Studios, where you
yeah,
recorded it.
yeah. We still, yes, Pulsar Studios is from my friend Miguel Centeno. He's our producer until now. We are finishing the mastering of the first album. The first album just take a lot of time, because there was a lot of things around, like the pandemic stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, that I'm not blessed to have another drummer. So when we recorded Evil Priest, it was huge. We have a lot of response for the crowd, around the world. We recorded with Caligari Records to my friend Ignacio Brown,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
and
So Caligari's out of Tampa.
yeah,
We
yeah,
know
yeah.
this label. They're a Tampa label. How did you get involved with Caligari?
There was a band called Obscure Evil. from here, from Lima, from my friends Gerardo, my friend Rafael, he's living in Finland now, and my friend Tanke, and the black thrash metal band really nice. So I just realized that label, So I into the Bandcamp to see the release, and on that time and until today, the releases are unique.
Yeah.
Everything is fucking, and Ignacio is a erudite of metal. He's a fucking gentleman. I had the pleasure to meet him a couple years ago. He came to Lima to visit. He's Peruvian, actually. He came to Lima, and we made a special concert just for him. It was Evil Priest. We just have our friend who have a bar with a stage, and they say, man, I would like to make a party for the first one who support us, as a label. And I just write him. I remember I write him like, hey man, how are you, blah blah blah, we are a band from here, nothing like maniac, we are from depths of Lima and all that fucking I'm not like that. I'm 100% real about it. And he say, okay man, sure, share to me, and I gave to him. I didn't say like I have a project, because I have the music was done, the layout was done, the lyrics well done. I just needed the label. So it was really fast to work with him, and he was agree with it. He listened to the music and say, fucking hell man, what the fuck, who are you? Because he's a I don't want to say he's an old man, actually, but he's older than me for sure. He lived the underground music before me, so it was a really surprise to him to listen to.
Well, it's funny. You're going to be like the 93rd. So you're the 93rd episode we've had on this show. And actually, the last two episodes have dealt with Caligari bands, which is funny because before that, we hadn't really dealt with many of them. We dealt with Morbid and Ninth from Norway the last couple weeks. But it's funny that you're also involved with Caligari also. And with Caligari on this
Yeah, yeah,
release, you
yeah.
actually did a lot, right? You did the cover art for this. You did bass, vocals, and
Yes.
guitars, and then Aldo. So you and Aldo did everything basically on this one.
Actually, it pleases me. Well, not now, because on that time it was me. My friend Miguel. He was studying. He was finishing his career. He doesn't have the time. I said to him, "No worries, man. I will just make it. Don't worry. After that, you could take your time." But he was really, really excited, to continue this journey, this amazing journey. And of course, even he's my friend, so everything was okay. He came back. I recorded the album. I mixed the album. I mastering all the production with my friend Miguel Centeno, the producer of Fever Priest in Pulsar Studio. And now it's called it Sony Sound, because he have some another partners who make bigger the studio. And yes, and for Black Seed of Creation, the next album, the EP, as you can notice if you could listen it, um, in the first demo, we just make a kind of tribute, respectfully tribute to all the meaning of the old school death metal, as Obituary, Possess, Autopsy, Dead, Entomb, yeah, Morbid Angel. And after that, there is in the 90s, in the 90s, there is a huge movement of death doom metal, like the tripling, well, Tiamat in this case, Morgoth, Encanted, Pandemonium. And we decided to explore that, to have the Matisse, the use only the little sharps of old school death metal, but with exploring that kind of death doom, so that's why those records are longer, are more atmospheric, more deeper, but keeping the scenes of the old school death metal.
Yeah, the songs
uh
I think on the second one they go into like the 7 minute range, right? And the
yeah,
longer tunes and stuff.
yeah, yeah. And we enjoy it a lot, to explore also that part of the death metal. It's really amazing. But after that, we just decided to mix everything and to continue being more extreme. But as I told you, the we weren't blessed to have a drummer in this case, and I was having my you know how can I grow? How can I transcend as a guitarist? I need someone who say to me, "Oh, I do it more. I need more technique in the drums. To become more, not prodigious, but to, I don't know how to say it in English. Sorry, my English is like you know
No,
really shit.
oh man, it's good.
so I need someone who can push me to become better as a guitarist. But I mean a drummer with better technique, with more technique, to make something extreme. Not the same chords, not the same times.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot to explore. I don't want to be a technical death metal, of course, but if you listen, for example, for me, the most crazy death metal album by drums on everything, and it's only 20 minutes length. DSI Legion. This is
Uh,
it's a fucking masterpiece, and I would like to do that actually.
I
Really,
have to say, man, the first Deicide record to me is like flawless. It's like the
yeah,
perfect death metal record. I don't know. It's just
yeah, 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 yeah.
you know,
Amazing,
yeah, it's
amazing.
just it's great. And
Mhm.
for you also do artwork too, right? Because you did the covers for the artwork for the Evil Priest stuff. Is that something
Yes,
you just do
yes.
on the side, or something that you've been drawing for a while? And it's
I was studying graphic design at University of the Graphic Design here in Lima and Toulouse-Lautrec. But actually, I am more artistic by handmade. But as you know, when you are studying graphic design, well, I didn't know in that time, because that's why I just left the career, because I was frustrated about, because everything is on computer. You must stay on the computer, to work with companies, and it's like a what? No, I don't want to waste my time here. That's it.
yeah.
So I am a tattoo artist. Actually, I have my own studio in Lima. I have some plans also to move here to Hungary soon. Well, to Europe, to work also as a tattoo artist. I'm a software engineering student. Also, I just started to study that before 2 years ago. And yeah, so I really enjoy to draw. To make artworks since I was 6 years old, because my major sister, she was a really really wonderful drawer also, and she teach me how to do it. And yes, I made the three artworks of Evil Priest, from the demo, from the EP, and from the split with Ascended Death from United States. uh a bit greetings to them also. They are fucking huge band, really nice guys. And yes, but I'm not making artworks for the people. I just making
Just for
artworks for
yourself or your
me.
own projects.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. There were people who wanted to make some artworks. They say to me, "Hey, Hano, would you like to make some artwork for me? We are gonna pay." And I just be honest, like, sorry, man, I don't like to maybe later you will say, "Oh, Hano, could you change this part?" No,
Yeah.
sorry, that's
No.
it. That's it.
Exactly. I totally get it. And when is the first official Evil Priest show that you guys did?
Oh, it's a really amazing question, actually. Well, coming back about how my love for the heavy metal music just became with Rhapsody. It was in 2016 when we played in a Lima Metal Fest. It was the second session, yeah, second session of that festival. We we make the debut concert with Evil Priest there with Rhapsody. Rhapsody
Ah, so it
played
all
there.
goes back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Well, in this case, was Rhapsody was Luca Turil with another members, but I will tell you another history about. So we played with Primal Fear, Sadistic Intent, Totem Core from Chile, Wear uh, Rhapsody, of course, and I don't remember. It was a huge lineup actually. So we played there, as a new band. It was our in a big stage. In this case, my other members were a bit shy. I never was shy. I don't have that fear of the stage. Never, even to talk. I really enjoy. I'm a very extrovert person. But I could understand them, because there were people. It was a huge stage, as a debut concert, as a debut personally concert to them. I mean, to my bass player, because my drummer, we play together in an underground, pubs, but not in a huge stage or like a festival, so the response for the people was really good, was amazing. I remember that Luca Turil just arrived to the backstage, and I was like, you know, I just make kind of a mistake maybe, but I don't know. It depends actually, but I just know that when you cry to your idol, you mess it up. But I didn't care because it's really special moment. I remember that I say to him, they finished the concert. He was coming back to the backstage, and I just came to here and I hugged him. I say, man, thank you so much for this. I started to cry because my inner child, of
Yeah.
course, was there. I was sober, I remember, but yeah. And he was like, yeah, man, just relax. Everything is okay. And say, man, everything is not okay. Everything is fucking amazing and wonderful. And thank you so much for who you are, for who you share this to the music, because I could think that there is more inner child around the world as mine, there. And it was a really special moment, to play there. It was more personally for me, to play there as a debut concert, yeah, with Evil Priest.
That's awesome, man. And you also have two other. So you're also about that time period. Now you play in a band called, if I say this wrong, you can correct me. Tenebrion.
Yeah, it's a thrash metal band. Actually, they started. I don't remember exactly. They started 16. I remember that I was walking around the city center with. They were my friends, of course. My friend Ricardo, my friend Fabio. They are the owners of the founders of the Neverman until today. And I was walking with an ex-girlfriend. I remember around the city. I don't remember. Maybe we were arguing or something. The typical stuff. So they just appeared and say, "Hey, man, how are you?" And I say, "Well, really good. Everything's good." And they say to me, "Hey, would you like to play bass, guitar here in Tenebrion?" And I say, "Sure, man. Sure, why not? I like it, the band." So we started to play since 2017 until now. Actually, we just recorded the first album. They are mixing it now while I'm here on tour, and is the only black thrash metal band I have. The black thrash metal, really, oof, I really love this band actually, because I say to them like, man, I will not play here if I don't like the music actually, because I played a live session with other bands. They wanted me to record the guitars, the bass, and everything, but I say, man, no, man, sorry, I don't like your band really personally. I just support you because you are my friend. That's it. But I really honest with the people. Really, maybe I'm rude, but I prefer to be honest instead of later just say, "Oh yeah, I recorded that, but it's bullshit," and what? No way. So yeah, the
Because you
Tenebra
also.
guys.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Sorry. No, go ahead,
No,
man.
no, no. Tell me.
Okay, I say you were also playing in a band called at one time, what 2016 to 2018. You were doing
Rito.
Profantorio,
Yeah, Rito Profanatorio.
which was a black
Yeah,
death metal band.
yeah. I support them live. I remember they wanted me to record the album. My friend Jorge Exterminio, he wanted to play. He said to me, "Hey man, could you?" And I say to him, "Well, man, actually, I'm not into your band. I don't like exactly what you are doing, and I don't like it. So that's it." So he understand for sure. He's a very, very, very kind person, and it was personally, that comment with the band. We were three only. He was him, me, myself, and the drummer, my friend Arturo. And after that, actually now they have a really really nice um, lineup. They are playing with my guitarist, with my second guitar player from Evil Priest, Neil, from the band Hell's Prepander. This man is a fucking maniac,
It's
really.
Neil
He plays,
Destructor, right?
yeah, he played guitars as a beast, really. The Floyd Rose, like a but crazy, amazing. He's the best for me, really, here in Lima. So he's playing there now with them. And my friend Cesar Augusto, he's from the Atropomancia band, death metal band from Peru, with the drummer of the actual drummer of God Semen, and my friend Obed del Solar. And it's a huge one. And the guitar
Go see
player
Man's great.
of Maze of Terror. It's a thrash metal band from Peru. Also, the guitar player, his name is Luis. And they make that lineup now with two guitarists, one bass player with Jorge in this time, Cesar on the vocals, and Obed sorry, and Arturo on the drums. And I remember I saw them with Watzimen, also playing with Watzimen, and they sound huge, really really good. So after the show, I just came to Jorge and I say, "Oh, I just understand everything now. You were the problem. You don't need it to sing. You don't need it to play even." So we were laughing only, but it was really nice. And now, actually, there was a new, like a 1 week before to arrive here to Europe, and Milo Possessor, the original singer of Anal Vomit, he is now the part of Rito Profanatorio. So I'm really excited to listen what it could be. Actually, crazy, really really interesting, really really really.
Well, you mentioned anal, so obviously we'll go. It's 2017. You join Anal Vomit, and for I mean anybody who doesn't know, it's obviously the band's named after a Sarcophago song. How do you
Yeah.
get involved with Anal Vomit? Like, obviously you guys have a scene where you guys probably all know each other and stuff, but how do you actually get the job in the band?
Well, we played in 2016. No, sorry, 2017. We played Evil Priest. We played with Mortem. They came to celebrate the anniversary of an album. Uh, Actually, it was a huge concert, only death metal bands. We played there with Evil Priest, Headhunter DC from Brazil, Unos Prequilen Culten from Chile, my very, very, very close friends also, and Mortem. And oof, it was a really, really amazing death metal night. So I was playing there as always. We were more experienced on that time, to playing live. We sounded really good because we really enjoyed to rehearsal a lot, like a professionals. Really, really, really. I'm very into it, the sound. So when I came to the bathroom, uh, we're South Americans, and that time there were people having fun there. So the actual drummer, my friend Joy Hoyle, the drummer of Anal Bombi, he
Mhm.
came to the bathroom to looking for me, and he say, "Hey man, how are you? Nice to meet you. My name is Joy. You know who I am. I am the drummer of Anal Bombi," because he's one of the best extreme metal drummers in Peru. Actually, he's really really good, and. I say, yeah, sure, man. And he asked me like if I would like to become this bass singer or guitar and singer, because they are looking for a new member. And I say, yeah, sure, man. Why not? So I know the band. I like the band. So we'll try. So we started to rehearsal with Roy Neusser and with Manfred Bengolea, one of the original members, also before Milo, and that's it. Next year, no, exactly. My first concert with them was in December 2017 in the city of Cusco, here in Peru. And the year after, in February, we go on a South American tour. It was fast. It was crazy. You cannot believe. It was for me was a very amazing experience. Really, really, really. I left such wonderful memories and a big part of my brain also there. And yeah, so after that, in July, no, sorry, June, the first European tour.
And that's your first
So
tour too, right? For you, that's the first tour you've been on personally.
sorry.
For you, that was the first tour you had personally been on.
No, we toured. We toured first in South America in February. We been at Brazil, Colombia, Bolivia, Argentina, and Paraguay. It was really, really, really nice experience with them. And after that, in July, sorry, in June, we go to a European tour for the first time, here. And that tour was really wonderful. Of course, we became closer as partners in music, as a persons. We have our first arguments, as everyone,
Everyone
because
does that, yeah.
we have different ways to think, of course, because we are different generations. But we are intelligent, brave, and serious about it. So if you take something personally, you're done.
Yeah.
That's it. So we didn't, and we continue until today.
Where's 2017? It might still be the same place. Where is Anal Vomit rehearsing at when you first joined the band? Like, where's your guys' rehearsal space?
Oh, at Joy's place, actually, on his room, we have all the stuff. It's a huge room. We have the drums, we have the amplifiers, the guitars, everything. The only bad thing about it is he's living so fucking far from my place. Actually, it's like a 3 hours by bus,
Ah,
but it worth, because I just arrived. We rehearsal, we eat together, we had a couple drinks, and in the evening I just came back to my place, and we just have rehearsal for uh, 2 hours rehearsal, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe it depends for what. If it's for a show, 2 hours is enough, a couple or three times per week. But for this tour, actually, we rehearse a lot. It was close to do it every day, you know
and I know you guys are a three piece now, pretty much. But when you first joined, so it's Joe, Manford, and Roy. He's the longest member, right? He's been there since
yeah.
'97. Your first recording and only recording with Anal Vomit was
It's the 7 EP, Graveless Dead.
okay.
That
Yeah,
one.
we're
I
gonna play some
am
of that tonight
there.
too.
Is I play guitars, bass, solos, and vocals,
Okay.
and Noiser also solos and guitars,
And you guys we're
and Joy
actually gonna
Boyle.
play. So you actually did the first. Now you talk about the Brazil tour. That was with Nervo Chaos. You were on that one.
No, on that time, actually, with the Brazilian tour, I wasn't there. Who support them was my friend Jose Patan from Trujillo, from the band Bessel Possession. He's a really, really, really huge fan, huge member also on live by Enel Vomit. He's living now here in Barcelona. We met him the last week. It was amazing. It was fucking fun. He's a really, really fucking funny, really nice guy, really underground, really banger. And I didn't go because I had to work. I had to work a lot. And also Judas Priest just played for the very first time in Peru, and I don't want it to miss
Ah,
it up. So yeah, so I say to the guys before, like, sorry, but I will not go. I cannot go because I must to work. I would like to see Judas Priest for sure. And they say, yeah, sure, man, no problem. So they take a live stage. My friend also from Belgium, my friend Thomas, he's from the band Slug the Messiah, and with Jose Patan, and it was a success. They sent to me the videos about everything was craziness on the tour bus, and with the Nervo Chaos. I never met personally the Nervo Chaos guys. Maybe next year we have some plans actually to touring together, but yeah, I wasn't there in Brazil
okay.
with them in
And
the Brazilian tour.
with Evil Priest 2018, you guys put out the Black Seeds of Creation again on Caligari Records, 150 tapes.
Hmm.
You guys put out also came out in 7 inch on Crypts of Eternity Productions. So
Yeah,
it's
Peru.
two tracks you guys did. Now, who handles all the lyrics in Evil Priest?
Myself, I
Okay.
do. Um, well, as you can see, sometimes the people could misunderstood exactly the name about the thematic of the band, because that's it. I just realized that I could use the word evil because the music, but priest not exactly as a reference for the church or for the religion. I mean, I wanted to um, put the name just only to introduce the listener about the traditional culture from Peru, about the shamanism, curandisms, alternative medicine, the ayahuasca trips, the cosmovisions and everything. Because my father, he was a shaman priest. I learned it a bit only because my relationship with him wasn't too close, because he's a very, very old traditional man. Like, if I could say to him, like, teach me, he would say, uh, learn by yourself. So it is what it is. And I learned by myself exactly, to notice about the family, to notice about some books, some I really enjoy to read about it, and to show, to introduce to the listener about that topic of the culture of South America. And that's why I call it the band Evil Priest. So yes, I do the lyrics. I write every lyric about it, some chronological, anthropological, chronics of anthropological anthropologists. That's it, anthropologists who have experience living with some tribes around the world, around South America, and it's really, really fucking interesting. um there is the black and white also, like, the good part of this, and the most horrifying part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hmm.
And Miguel, this is the first time he actually records with the band on this one.
Actually, Miguel record the Black Seeds.
Yeah, Black Seeds of Creation.
Yeah, Black Seeds creation. And the next one, the seven, sorry, the seven split with Ascended Dead, and the album exactly right now. And yeah, he became more professional also, playing. He's a really, really fucking good bass player. I love him really, how he played is amazing. Yeah, he learned it a lot also.
And you guys are starting
Hmm.
to like Evil Priest at that time period, 2018. You guys are starting to play festivals and stuff. I was noticing that you guys had done a bunch of festivals that year. Um,
Yeah,
with the bands like the
we
Dead Congregation, you guys played with
oh yeah, yeah, in
Destructor.
Mexico. It
Yeah.
was in Mexico. Yeah. So after that, after the Black Seed of Creation, I met my friend Anubis Sandoval from the band Morbid Messiah from Mexico. She was in Peru studying for exchange studies, and I remember that she texted me on Facebook, and she said, "Hello, I am Nubis. I'm in Peru now, in Lima, studying, and I really would like to have some records from your band for me, for my guitar player, blah blah blah." And she was really close to our rehearsal room at the time, close to the city center also. And we met each other, and you can't believe she's really little. She's like, I don't know, 1.40 meters, something like this. But she's a death metal girl. Actually, she plays really fucking nice. She records the Revealing Obscurity. She records the album also. And we started to rehearsal with her. I say to her, like, I need you as my drummer anyway, so that's it. And D-Book Records on that time, they invite us to play there in the first season What's the name? The Total Death over Mexico. We played that with Ascended Death and with the congregation, with Atomicide, with Ophelia and Bone. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Infernal Conjuration. Yeah, I don't remember who were, but yeah, huge bands. Really, really huge bands. Was amazing.
And you mentioned drummers.
And
What,
we
2019? Aldo leaves the band.
no, actually, he left the band in 2018 after Black Seed of Creation. Now we play a couple concerts showing that record, and I decided to fire him. Actually, I said to him, and because we have some problems, as a musicians actually, because he's my very very good friend. He's a really really humble person. I love him. We love him actually. When we met each other in the city center, I we gave beers. Sometimes he's joking like, "Oh, can I invite you a drink because now you are the rock star here?" And I say, "Fuck off, man! What the fuck? I will invite you the beer, motherfucker." So after that, we started to play with Anubis, and after Anubis, we started to play with Maverick. He was our drummer here in Lima. He's a new guy actually into the metal, but he really wanted to play drums with us, and he did his best actually. But unfortunately, he kind of continued because his work is really hard. He has another plans, on his life, and who I am to say to him, uh, "Don't do that and just only be a death metal drummer." No way.
When did him and Neil join? Was it 2021 they got involved with Evil Priest, or were they in there before that?
Neil, the guitar player.
Yeah, the guitar player.
Yeah, Neil into like a guest session at the same, like in 2019,
2019.
2000,
Okay.
no, 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 2020 actually, 2020. In 2019, we started to rehearsal, but in 2020 was officially as a member. He recorded the solos, also the guitar solos in the new album, and yeah, I'm really satisfied with it for real. Hmm.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that too, because I know 2020 you guys put out a compilation, right, which is on Black Legion, which was the combo of the demo and the EP. Then you put
Hmm.
out the split on Invictus Productions. How did you get involved with Invictus? Because you guys did that in 2020, that split.
Yeah, well, greetings to Darragh also. I'm really so sorry for the delay for out the record, but it is what it is. That's okay. He's a really gentleman. Well, actually, when we record the first demo, the only label I was interested in was Invictus Productions. Before to know about Caligari Records, of course. And I remember I still having the draft. Message in my mailbox. Like I was close to send to him uh, the record, to say to him, "Hey, I would like to work with you." But for real, I was a bit shy. Like I was feeling like, nah, it's not enough. It's not a good time, to make this step. But I became more confident about it while I was working with Caligari Records because they have really huge productions also, and I said really great. So how I contact Invictus Productions was like we played as you know for the first time in Mexico with Ascended Dead, and John Ryder, the singer, and we became friends. We talked, and I said to him, "And I really like your band." He said the same as ours, and I offered him like a to make a seven split. Why not? One song, one song, because I have already a song. So he questioned to me, which label would you like to make? And I say, I don't know. What could you recommend? He say, what about maybe could be with Art Descent or Invictus Production? I say, well, Invictus Production, you are working with them already, so it could be good. And Darak, after that, week before, he contacted me personally and say, "Hey, Hano, how are you? It's really nice. I just listened the record and it's fucking amazing. I love it. I'm really glad I'm really excited to make this release, and I offer you to make also to release your first album if you are gonna record some soon, and that's it. We make the deal, and we're still working on it. Our first album it's will release with him with Invictus Productions. So yeah.
That's what I was
Mhm.
going to actually ask you next. What is the so you do have another record? Evil Priest has a record already written.
Now, yes, now we have the album, the first new album is they are the new songs also. Is the production is the best actually. I really like it.
And what's the
It will
official
get
lineup in the band now, like member wise?
well in the album
Yeah,
it's
on the album.
Anubis Sandoval from Mexico, Neil from Helterpanner as the guitar as the second guitar, Miguel in the bass player, and I as a vocal guitar and lead guitar. Yeah,
Will this
and
be the same lineup you guys use live and stuff?
I don't think so. Actually, it depends. It depends. Actually, we don't have drummers now. We don't have drum in Peru. So it was easy actually, because I'm not in a hurry, because I enjoy to make music. It's like I have my own life also, if it could be possible to become, I don't know, like a huge band or something, or to want to win a Grammy or something. Well, I don't think that as a Peruvian, yeah, I'm fucking realistic that my band will not win a Grammy, because we don't have the support of the culture in the government. Our government is not like that, but we don't know, you know. So Miguel and I, we just decided to become an international band. That's it. We have plans to tour in the next year here in Europe. We have already a new drummer, my friend Alex from his band is from Rotting Grave, and he will play as a drummer, with us, because he have the professional stuff, for example, to pay a ticket to come, his cymbals, his all his gear. So that's great. Miguel and I and Neil, so we have also drummers in Chile. For example, my friend Ricardo Ferdinand, he is the drummer of One of the Children Culten. He decided to become also to support us if we could have a Chilean tour soon, and I'm really grateful with him because he's huge actually. He's huge as a person and as personality.
Nice.
But really amazing drummer, you can't believe.
Was that the last
Yeah,
show you guys did as a band? Because you guys played Mexico 2024. You guys played the Horrid Days Festival.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and also, I
yeah.
saw actually, which goes back to 2022. You actually played a set with Anal Vomit and Evil Priest in
Mhm.
the same night.
Yes, we play with Enabomit and Evil Priest just only couple times. Actually, it was more for like to support a friend who suffered an accident. All the earning money was for him, and well, as I could sometimes the people question to me, why you don't make a tour with Enabomit and Evil Priest, and they say, well, if I could be, I don't know, like a shy guy who just only standing and playing and sing and no more, maybe could be possible, but I like to move and it's fucking tiring, it's really tiring.
Yeah,
I tried.
I have
Yeah,
never
yeah,
seen you play live yet personally. I'll see that in a few weeks, but I've seen a lot of video and stuff. And yeah, you guys are into it on stage, especially the Anal Vomit videos I've seen, the
mhm,
live performances and stuff.
yeah.
You know,
So it's really really tired. My throat will
yeah,
broke for sure. So um I don't want to take off the priority to any band. I just want to enjoy, to give the 100% of my power, and yeah, my concentration just only for a band, because I love them. I love both.
yeah.
So yeah. Mhm.
And going back to Anal Vomit. Now you were on the live tape though that they put out, the Italy from the 2018 show in Milan.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
The so back so Anal Vomit. You guys put out a live tape on Pantophobia Productions out of Ecuador. And that was the live show from 2018 from Milan.
Oh yeah, we played in Milan, and they record the. I mean, the mixer just record the album. Sorry, just record the songs live, and yeah. But to be honest, I didn't listen the record. I didn't have the time to listen the record because I was there. But
Yeah, you know.
yeah,
And
but
then
yeah. Hmm.
and then
I
that's
think
when so
maybe.
go
Sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh no, I say I think maybe they bring some merch about it because I have my own copy at home, but nothing more. I just bring shirts.
And this is when you guys become a three piece too, right after. So basically around now you're a three piece. So Manfred left the
Yeah,
band.
yeah.
Why did he leave the band? And how does it feel being a three piece now for you guys?
Well, actually, there was some kind of arguments with Manfred. You know, he's a really nice guy. Actually, he's we love them so much. He's really nice, but he had some personal uh, problems we cannot handle, and we say to him, "Man, if you have your problems, that's okay. It's your life, but don't mix it with the band because fucking hell, what the fuck, you know." And well, in this case, I'm not who's make the decisions for what's going on with the band. It's Roy Neusser, so he decided to say to him like, okay man, it's enough, thank you so much for everything, so you can go to continue your life. And it was it, you know. We still be friends for sure. He understands, he's an old man, he is mature man, so he's intelligent also. He understand. And after that, just Neusser. Well, he was playing the bass at that time, and I was playing the guitar in an album. But I say to Neusser like, I would like to play the bass. Actually, I would like to play the bass player. I would like to be the bass player. So you could be the the protagonist, the main character in the guitar. What do you think? And he was like, yeah, sure, sure, sure. But after that, he decided to have a new guitar player, also a reed guitar, you know, to support him. And our friend Pedro Bernales from from the band Vulture, Volter, sorry, from Lima. He came with us as a second guitarist in the second 2 years ago, the second tour over Europe. But he left the band also because he had some personal problems because he have a main job and also kids. So we understand, you know. So it's like it's okay, man.
That's and that is like like for you guys, you do a lot of shows, like you got, like we said, you got 38 dates coming up now. Is it hard with the jobs and stuff, like but mentioned earlier you're married and stuff, you have these responsibilities, so is it hard to I know personally, for being in bands my whole life, it's hard to find guys that can commit to do this. Like, it's just a rare thing. For you, do you find for you guys in the band now, is it hard for you guys to book tours and to kind of work around jobs and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's okay because, for example, Roy Neusser, he works in music only. He works at distribution music, so he have the time. He don't have family. I mean, he have his parents, his brothers, but he don't have kids. Well, we don't know, but you
Little
know
anal
because
vomits running around somewhere.
because sometimes he just go constantly to Colombia. He say to vacations, but we don't know. It's his life. We don't know. Maybe we don't know. Joy, he don't have kids. Also, he have his girlfriend. Only his family. Also, his mother. Greetings to her. Greetings to them. And myself, I don't have kids. I already well, there is a huge notice. Yesterday I just proposed to my future wife.
Ah,
uh, in,
congratulations, dude.
Thank you, man, in front of my mother-in-law, of her mother. Yeah, it was such a wonderful moment. Actually, I was nervous as fuck as never, but it's completely different, to show your artist sides, instead of your personally uh, uh, you personally I don't know how to say it actually because I just I just start to remind what happened yesterday, and I just became there. But you see,
Well, congratulations, man. That's
yeah.
it's
So
awesome though.
that's why we can handle with the tours. Of course, we work about to book the tours with one year of prevention. Like we started to book it everything 1 year before, to make everything in order for the next year, to have our time, to take our times for work and everything. I work as a tattoo artist by myself, so it's like I am my own boss, and the only one who I hate more, because I cannot say to me fuck off or you're
Yeah.
fired, because if not I will be
Can't take a
punished.
bunch of
That's
days
it.
off or you don't get paid,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah. So I came here also to tattoo. I bring my all my stuff, my tattoo machine and everything. I have some clients there in Spain, and I'm looking for some clients here in the Easter block also. So we'll see. Yeah.
Nice, man. And we're going to talk about that tour, but and then we'll let you get out of here eventually too, because I know you got to get on a plane pretty soon. But 2021, you mentioned it earlier. Your Graveless Dead EP, 4 tracks. One's an instrumental, came out on 7 inch. We actually
Hmm.
opened up the show with Morbid Sexual Lust.
Hmm.
And again, so this record you got, or this EP, I should say, you guys did it in 2 different studios, right? You guys did the guitars, bass, and vocals at one studio, and the drums were done at a separate studio.
Yes, because the studio where we record all the strings and the vocals was, I don't remember the studio actually, what was the name, because I had some arguments with the producer, because anyway, I will not mention him, because I don't want to become him famous on this. So we record the drums in the Updike studio. It's a legendary studio where the most highest composers and musicians from Peru record there. And we record the drums there, because in the other studio they don't have drums to record, to a studio with drums. So yeah, that's why we record in two studios. It was the same with Evil Priest actually.
And you guys also on this one, you guys are involved with Blasphemous Art Productions out of Italy. How does that whole relationship start for the EP?
Actually, it's a question that I couldn't answer, because as I told you, I'm not who made the decisions about to record with labels or the deals for
That's all
concerts or
Roy.
something. Yeah, that's all Roy, because it's his main band. And but they say I am the only ones who speak with the interviews with journalists, in the camera and everything, because I am the front man. I know how to speak in English, if I could say this is English actually.
Man, no,
And
it's totally, believe me. Is this your first podcast you've done at? Well, we don't do video and stuff. We're kind of like we do the radio kind of deal. But is this your first
Mhm.
American, I guess you would say, podcast?
uh, American, yes, but it's the second one, because the first one was in Croatia. I remember it was an old man, a very very old man actually, who wanted to make the interview. He gave to me a paper with all the questions, and I just answered what it is. I answered really good. I was really kind as always. And I see the video after. I questioned to him, "You are gonna to edit, when I'm reading the question or something?" I don't know. Maybe he doesn't understand me, and he say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah." But when you see the video, it's like all the interview with all when I take a lunch, when I everything. I say, "Oh, this man don't edit
Yeah,
nothing." But anyway, yeah, yeah,
that's funny. And another thing you guys did on that the Graveless Dead EP is you guys worked with Rock on the artwork from Sadistic Execution. Was that also Roy's doing?
yes, yes. Because well, actually, it was my idea, because before they got an artwork what I don't like it, but for me was really really bullshit artwork. I say to them like, no way, I will not record this if that will be our uh, artwork. No way. So they contact to Rock, and Rock was really glad to made it, and he made it, and yeah, it looks good. Mm, I like it.
And are you handling the lyrics in Anal Vomit also? I know Evil Priest, you handle the lyrics, but are you doing the lyrics in Anal Vomit?
For this record, I did the lyrics, but as I could say sincerely and honest, I I write all the lyrics in 20 minutes in one day in the studio. I just started to say a lot of bullshit, nothing more. Because what do you expect for a band called Anal Vomit?
Yeah, how is that when you like talk to like you're talking about your wife's family and stuff when you're like oh how's your band? Do they question the name Anal Vomit at all?
Well, the most kind of embarrassing moments from my life, it was when I could answer that to, I don't know, the mother of my friends or the mother of my girlfriends or something like, oh, you are in the band, what's the name of your band? And I I start like this, the guy. Well, first of all, it's not a band. We make extreme music for extreme people, and the name is Anal Vomit. What? Anal vomit, and it means vomito anal in Spanish, and they are not surprised. It's like, wow, crazy, and yeah, my friends just show the videos what I'm doing, and they say, oh, you don't have a pain, a sore throat? And I say, nah.
Well, and with Anal Vomit, like you hear the name if you didn't know, like obviously we talked about earlier in the show that it's a Sarcophago song. It's from that, but the band is not a silly band at all. There's not like it's not a funny. It's like a you guys are. It's an extreme fucking
Yeah.
band at the end of the day.
Yeah, because the Ended Vomit name actually was founded with the original members in 1992, or maybe before actually, but they wanted to make it like, it was a grindcore band. Actually, Anal Vomit was at the beginning was a grindcore band, and a grindcore band called it Anal Vomit. It's like, yeah, great. And I remember that they were some flyers when, in the 80s, sorry, in the 90s. um the culture government, uh, make concerts for the people, in a huge stages, but it's like, you couldn't see the complete name on the flyer like an album. No, they were censored like a point ub b point, nothing more. So in this case, Tony Destructor just say, oh, if they are not gonna put right the whole name, we are not gonna play there. What the fuck, we are not Carity, we are a band, we are extreme metal band. So that's it, and actually, as you know, we go around the world, making the music and everything, but we cannot be on papers, on newspapers, for example, in Peru, or on television. We have the contacts, but we cannot because the name.
Yeah, they're
So yeah, that's it. But anyway, I enjoy it. As I told you, as we know, uh, the extreme music is not for everyone.
no. But just
It is
killer
what it
band,
is.
man. Like I said, it's I know that, personally for me, I can't wait to see you guys when you guys play here in a few weeks, which we'll talk about. It's like, after that you guys did do 2023, you guys did a tour, I mean, which is about like 20, over 20 dates with an Australian band, right? You guys played Poland, Germany, Czech,
Yeah.
Romania. How was that tour
Mhm.
for you guys?
The tour was really good, actually. As I told you before, it was a bit heavy because the weather, the winter time was, extreme. We were playing with Monolith from Australia, really nice guys. Unfortunately, the singer, my friend Andrew, he arrived to Europe with COVID, something
Ah,
like this. So all of us in the van were sick as fuck. So we were coughing, we were spitting a lot of phlegm. Well, it was really, really shit, but at least we had really a cool relationship as a guest, partners, as a guest. With the false of setup, the band from France, also, they are really, really cool guys. And God Vomit Noise from Italy, also, they were so fucking amazing. And the first school, the guys from Spain, they are, all of them were really, really kind, really amazing, really, 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 really good people, really professional people. And The tour was the the answer of the people of the crowd was really good also, even in winter time, because the first time when we came here to Europe was in summertime also, like this. But there was a lot of people, of course, because it's summer. But in winter time I could understand that people prefer to stay at home, because the weather is shit, it's rainy and everything, and the only way you can go is by train or by car, and everything must be on time. So that's it. Mhm. But it was really good tour, really really
Have
nice. On that tour, I met my future wife actually, but I don't remember exactly when I met her, because I was fucking drunk. When she texts me on Instagram and say, "Do you remember what did you say to me?" And I say no. So we met after that personally, and it was amazing. And so many friends also in the Easter block. My best friends live. In Poland, Belgium, Serbia, Hungary. They are the best, really.
Now, have you been to Lithuania yet?
Lithuania, Lithuania, Lithuania. Sometimes I don't want to be rude, but sometimes I confuse Estonia with Letonia, and Lithuania with Lithuania, and Lithuania with
Yeah,
I
man,
don't
it
know. I
makes
don't know what.
sense.
Yeah. But I don't remember. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. I
Well,
don't
you guys are here
remember
on the
really.
25th at a club called Lemmy's, which is actually like about maybe 10 minutes away from where I live at. It's a cool club, man. And, it should be a killer show. So, like I said, you guys
Th-
got 38 dates.
this
Um,
year.
yeah, you guys are playing there on the
Okay. Okay.
25th,
Great.
actually. You guys will be here in
Great.
20 days. Um,
Great. Great.
yeah, which
Amazing.
I'll talk to
I'm
you off
very.
the show too, man. If you guys, you can get a hold of me when you guys get in town if you guys want or anything. You know, so after you guys do this tour, do you guys have like what's next for Anal Vomit? You guys going to be doing your first full length with the band? What it would be?
Yeah. The
Do you guys have
same.
material written? Like, what's going on behind the scenes for the band?
Well, first of all, when we are gonna arrive, we just make everything in order there. I will visit my mom. I will visit my dogs, my house. I will put everything in order. I just make some the payments. The real life. Oh, it is what it is. And after that, we well, in this case, they are gonna arrive at 2021 July to Peru. But I will arrive to Peru in August, because I will spend my time here with my Hungarian family. And after that, in September, in the middle of September, we are gonna have the same tour, celebrating the anniversary of the Demoniac Flagellation album. But in South America, we are gonna play in Peru, Argentina, Paraguay, Bolivia, and oh, where more? Where more? Wait. This is important.
What are some?
Yeah,
You could even actually go to the route of like, where are some of your favorite places to play? Like, you've toured around now. You've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of different
yeah.
countries and stuff. I mean, I've always heard South America is like the craziest for metal. That's what Ed, who's the co-host of the show, he's obviously played with Massacre, Monstrosity, and Diabolic and
Hmm.
stuff, and been through all these places. And I always hear the stories. In your eyes, what is
Uruguay and Uruguay. Sorry.
yeah.
Well, as you say, that's why actually I fell in love with the Easter block, because for me, yeah, the crowd in Peru, in Chile, Colombia, Argentina, Paraguay, Brazil, Ecuador, Mexico, you know, it depends the concert actually, but we are crazy people. And I didn't expected that here in Europe actually, because I don't want to talk any bullshit, but it's what I see. But for example, the German people just only like to be like that, but like that, like only stand. But
The arms
it's
crossed and
yeah, but it's not bad actually. It's another kind of appreciation, and I respect that. But of course, I prefer if they became crazy. So also in Spain, in Italy, France, Belgium, they going crazy. And but here in the Esther blog, I remember, well, in Poland they are crazy people. In Hungary they were fucking crazy. The Romanians also, they were amazing. Croatia. The only difference between the South Americas and them, they are white. That's it. No more.
yeah.
You mean?
And
Hmm.
also, kind of a question I'll ask you before you get out of here too. Get ready to start a tour. Food wise, what you've been around, like what's your favorite food from traveling, and any food poisoning on the road?
Well,
Because your stomach's got to be, you know how it goes, man. You're eating different countries, you're eating different. It's a whole different game.
well, well. Actually, I have the privilege to know how to cook. I love to cook actually a lot. So sometimes when we are maybe in an Airbnb or we have some stove and oven at the place, I just cook for the people. I just enjoy to do it because yeah. But mostly we ate cheese, jam, bread,
Pizza.
pizza, all the garbage stuff. But on this tour, actually, we are having more traditional and good food, and you will always hungry, so you eat everything. We cannot say like, oh, I'm a vegan, or oh, I don't like gluten or something about, no, nothing. You eat because you need to eat, and if you don't want to feel the suffering about the eating, just get drunk as fuck to the bone, that's it. And we are gonna do that, as always, because the beers and the alcohol always is the best, and for free, so
Yeah, what's your
that's it.
favorite beer, like country wise? Obviously Europe has. I know, coming from the states, man, European beer kind of blows it away, in my opinion.
Well, really greetings. I sent a really huge greetings from all the monks for Belgium. They make it very very fucking well, and the Czech Republic beer also, they are
Yeah,
extremely amazing. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
excellent.
and I mean from the beers, but for the alcohol, well, here in Hungary, the Palinka and the Unicum is extremely amazing. Yeah, my favorite actually.
Yeah, I'll bring you guys actually when you guys play here in a couple weeks. I'll actually bring you some so you guys can bring it in the van with you guys. I'll bring you some Lithuanian beer because we have some really good beer here, man. So I'll put you guys together a little package so you guys can try some when you're just off time or whatever.
If it's really good, it will disappear in a second, man. Really,
Yeah, yeah, I'll definitely put something
because
together for you guys, man.
and in this sunny as fuck, of course. We enjoy to try the beers. We enjoy to have this kind of culinary experiences, gastronomic experiences. Because it's amazing. Um, every country have that taste, that beer culture. It's really 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 nice.
You've never gotten sick on the road, huh? From food at all? From traveling? You never had anything that just fucked one of you guys up?
Oof, I had hemorrhoids, I have diarrhea, I had COVID, I had fever, I have flu, I had everything, man.
But no
It
food
is what it
poisoning.
is.
That's amazing.
No, not food poisoning, because as a Peruvian, we ate a lot of heavy stuff like raw fish, raw meat. We mix a lot of carbs, also like potatoes with rice, and we have a lot of gastronomy culture. So that's why it's like a and more spicy food also. So yeah, but personally, I have a sensible stomach. And I recommend this to all the young generation now who is listening to me. Please, if you can, just uh, really, really never miss a day to the school. To go around to drink a lot of shitty alcohol. With your friends when you are 13 years old, because later when you are gonna be like
Yep.
30, you must take care actually to mix something and something,
Definitely,
because it is
man.
what it is.
Definitely.
Yeah, please, if you want to enjoy the food, because the food is for me the most wonderful thing ever, after my family and my music. Please, you will enjoy anyway, because uh, the languages, religion, kingdoms, cultures, and everything will disappear soon, but the only thing that will be with us forever is the alcohol. That's it.
That's it.
That's
Preserves
it.
us.
Hmm.
You know.
Preserve us, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I gotta really thank you for hanging. I know you're gonna be hopping on a plane. What, here in like 2 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah, actually, in 10 minutes, I must finish my luggage to eat something also, and then I'm going to the airport. I will come back to Madrid tonight, and the morning after, I will meet with the guys to continue the the tour. I'm really excited actually to came back to Madrid for the second time. It's really good, and we are gonna play there in Murcia for the very first time also. So yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
ready as fuck. Hmm.
Well, man, anybody who wants to find anything Anal Vomit or anything Evil Priest or any other projects, man, where can they go to besides coming to the shows and buying the merch and stuff?
Great. You can find us as Anal Vomit Oficial on Facebook, and we just lost uh, our old Instagram page, and we have a new one, and the only one and official one is Anal Vomit Official, nothing more. And you will find all the videos of all the updates about the tour, all the flyers, and everything what we are working. So there. Hmm.
You
On
guys got some good
Instagram.
merch on this tour coming up.
Yeah, we have shirts in every size. It's a special one celebrating the 20th anniversary European tour of Demoniac Flagellations album with all the dates behind. We have vinyls. We have everything. What would you like? Actually, patches. We have tongs for the beaches with the Anal Vomit logo. We have patches of the band. You know, for your cap, for your vest. I don't know, everything actually. Yeah, disc. We have CDs. We have tapes. We have vinyls, 7-inch shirts, everything what would you like to consume, because also we have some exclusive merchandising for another bands from South America also, so you can find everything there. And we came here to share everything, you know.
Killer, man. Hey, I really
Mhm.
appreciate you giving us this time. And obviously, Evil Priest is the you have the band camp and stuff and all that, right? Everybody can go find all that on there. And man, dude, yeah. I mean, I gotta tell you, dude. Like I said, this was a very. We planned to do this show probably about. It was when we started. It was about 10 hours earlier. We said, okay, let's do this. Um, and I'm glad. I
Wow.
mean, that's awesome, dude. I know most people that were getting ready to head out on tour would, be too stressed to do it. And also, congratulations, man. You're engaged too yesterday too when we decide to do
Oh,
the
thank
show.
you so
So,
much. Thank
and
you, man.
yeah, man. And like I said, I'll keep in touch with you. I'm going to see you in a few weeks, and we'll definitely
Sure, man.
say what's up.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited for that. I am excited for that. I really want. I'm looking for that. Really, I would like to try the beers there,
yeah, definitely, man.
and to meet you personally. Yeah, man, you will enjoy the show. We are going to do it very well.
Yeah,
Maybe it
I'm excited,
depends.
dude.
We
And
must be
the venue's cool, man. It's our local metal club, Lemmy's, and it's
great.
it's a good place. And yeah, man, you always have, when you guys got a new album coming out, Anal Vomit or Evil Priest, we could bring you back on and hang out, man, talk about it. And I want to thank you
Okay.
personally for coming on, man. And do you have any last words for the listeners at all?
Well, it was a really nice pleasure to talk with you. It was a really, really, really interesting interview. I really enjoyed it so much. Really, I was very focused on it, and well, for all for everyone, I could say something clear, like live your life as the last day, you know, intensely, because you are not gonna reincarnate, unfortunately, because that's of shitty hippie stuff, and that's it, you know. So keep it extreme, doing everything very well. Yeah, that's it, and
Yeah,
keep
man,
it
we
metal.
appreciate you coming on, dude. And yeah, Anal Vomit, going to be doing 38 dates. You can find them online, European tour. And yeah, so we're going to play on the way out of here.
And welcome to everyone who are listening here from Europe, to come to us. You know, it will be the best. You will enjoy it for sure. Yeah,
Looking forward to it, man. We'll be seeing you on this tour. And yeah, man, we're going to play Eternally Rotten, actually. So we're going to play Anal Vomit, Eternally Rotten from the Graveless Dead
great.
EP on the way out of here. I'll say
Mhm.
goodbye to you in a minute. But dude, again, man, appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate it so much. Also, really thank you for this interview.
Oh, definitely, man.
I'm
We
really
appreciate
glad.
you giving us your time. This is Anal Vomit with Eternally Rotten. And make sure you catch Anal Vomit on the road. Like I said, 38 dates you got through Europe. So to talk to you guys soon. This will be Anal Vomit. We'll be back on the Tampa Morgue after this track. Thanks again, dude. That was Anal Vomit with Eternally Rotten, and we're back on the Tampa Morgue, and Ed is back with us, and episode 93 is pretty much in the books. How you doing, Mr. Webb? And good morning, Mr. Webb.
Yeah, man. I feel like we've been doing this all day.
Yeah, it feels like that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a last minute thing. Like I said, you thought I was crazy at first, and I was like, okay, I can do this interview tonight or when the tour's over. I was like,
Well, where was he? He was in Hungary, you said?
yeah, he was in Hungary and he was
So you
flying a
found
couple
out.
hours to Madrid. So we
Yeah,
figured, hey man,
you,
if
you told me he's in Hungary, and then I remember you asked Siri what time it was, and we found out that it was an hour
difference from me.
from you. You're ahead. And then I went, you were like, oh, 11 o'clock your time. And I was like, that's 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. And you're like, it was going to be rough. So
Yeah, Hano, he was willing to do it. So and actually, like I said, man, it was a great interview. It was a great guest. Anal Vomit, they're coming through here. I'm going to go check them out, which I'll talk about on the show after I go, because it's the 25th over here in Lithuania and Kaunas at Club Lemmy. So, I figured, hey man, if he's willing to come on, I fucking stayed up and got it done, man. So, another episode done. And like you said, next week we'll be back with Matt Bishop. So there's no rest for the wicked, as they say.
it doesn't seem like it. But hey, when you start complaining, you might as well just stop doing it. So,
I
that's
actually
how it is.
heard from another band that I'll tell you when we sign off of here during this episode. I heard from another one that I need to figure out. So a lot of shit going on. Yeah, a lot of shit going on.
It's good, man. Better to be busy than not busy. So
exactly. So there's a lot of shit going on in the Tampa Morgue, which
you got time off coming too.
Yeah, man, I got 2 weeks.
And
sister's coming to visit, so a lot of stuff going on. So we're trying to get episodes done. So there's not really much off time. Ed, I want you to enjoy your vacation, man.
I'm going to. Trust me. I don't know how much because my daughter bought SeaWorld tickets and we're going. I don't know if you know what Aquatica is, but it's the Orlando version of Adventure Island. So it's like a water park, but I feel like I've been working out enough that I could go out there.
Bikini weather for you, man.
No, I'm keeping a shirt on. But I'll go out there in some shorts and, it's basically my daughter wants to make sure we have a good, she's kind of doing it for 2 reasons. Her boyfriend's going too. So that's going to be real fun. And he's a good kid, man. I don't say that often, but he's a good kid. And my birthday is Tuesday. So, she wanted to.
And we'll be celebrating that next week.
Do a Father's Day kind of, because Father's Day is that Sunday here. Because I know you there. It was
last week. It was my Father's Day. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a dual kind of thing, and she paid for the whole trip, and it's amazing, dude.
Well, shit, dude. I mean, you're talking your birthday's next week. I think you're finally eligible to. They're doing another Cocoon, the movie, and looking for some cast.
I'm not AARP until another year. So
you're not legit yet. So but yeah, man,
I can't get the discount at Waffle House yet. So
time has not come. But
you know what? Though, I promise you, I'll still outlast some of these motherfuckers, man.
Definitely, probably outlast some of our people. I got 2 youngsters, and I tell you what, they have me running all the time. I mean, probably right from here, I'll be making dinner for the kids. So,
if you'd have told me a year ago that I was going to be at the gym 3 times in 24 hours,
that's insane.
Yeah. Bryce wanted to go to the gym last night, and I felt bad because I went early.
What Ed doesn't mention is he's part of the cleaning service there.
Yes, I clean the toilets, but I'm still at the gym.
Still at the gym.
Yeah. I couldn't keep up with you in cardio, though. That's for sure.
That I can do. I can run forever, man. Ed, I want you to enjoy your birthday, and we'll have you. Well, we'll talk about your birthday, of course, here also next week. And next week we have Matt Bishop coming on, of course, from Ex-Lividity, Human Artifacts, Horrific Demise, Desecration. The list goes on. And Ed, unless you have anything else, man, I say we get the hell out of here.
Let's do it. Man. I'm ready to start my vacation right now. I don't drink, but let's go.
Episode 93 in the books. Everybody who listens, we appreciate you. As we
you.
said in the beginning of the show, you can hear all the old episodes. We're not even going to run through them, but you can find them all on
Apple,
Spotify,
YouTube, thetampamorgue@gmail.com. I did it for you. Let's sign the fuck off.
Hell yeah. Everybody else, have a good week, man. We'll see you next week with Matt Bishop. Thank you to Hondo from Anal Vomit and Evil Priest for hanging out tonight. Anybody in Europe, make sure you check them out on the tour. Peace.
See ya.
This is King Fally from Deceased, and you just listened to another episode of the Tampa Morgue. Tune in next week and stay fucking dead.